bring you live coverage of that one when we're done at 7. And would you believe it, we've managed to come up with a cash, so we can actually speak to Adrian, who joins us live on talkSPORT now. Aid, good evening to you.
I'm just reading Sean Dyche's programme notes here at Goodison Park. There's actually a picture of him looking really perplexed and bemused. He might actually be feeling that way right now. But in his programme notes, he says, we're turning our attentions away from the Premier League to the FA Cup. There's an opportunity to attack the challenge in front of us and look to start building some positive momentum after a couple of disappointing results. Yeah, good one, mate.
He definitely didn't write that.
Does it end with bye-bye, see you soon? Listen, it was one of those scenarios where a lot of Everton fans were thinking he's got to go, he's going to take us down, there's every chance, etc. But then they pulled the trigger hours before a really big game of football, actually. What do you make on not necessarily the fact they've sacked him, but the timing of the sacking?
I was listening earlier when Alex Crook was on, and I think he was right that Everton's new owners got spooked by Wolves and Ipswich going on a revival. Ipswich about to spend a load of money. So we're in January, and if they are going to spend money, do they want Sean Dyche to be the recipient of that? Probably not. There's a story going around David Moyes is set to take over, whether that's till the end of the season, we don't know, or beyond, but we'll see. But that is a rumour. He's of interest to Everton is the story. But the timing of it, I think that it's almost disrespectful to Peterborough United, dare I say. It's almost like the owners are saying, well, we'll get through this anyway because it's only them. They're probably right, but you still don't go ahead and do it. But I think that Sean Dyche was on dodgy ground since the end of August and that defeat to Bournemouth at home when they were 2-0 up late in the game, and he made crazy substitutions. They lost it 3-2. He lost the fans, never mind the game that day.
Hey, how important is it then that they react to this? Because, as you said, they're a little bit disrespectful to Peterborough. But also as well, you've got two rookie managers, two Everton legends in Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman. I've got no issues with that. But they're in a relegation battle, and the teams around them are picking up points. So how important is it that they get someone in who's got experience very, very quickly?
Well, I would say it's absolutely vital, and I think that's the reason why this has happened today. The other aspect of the story is that Sean Dyche reportedly told the owners that he'd taken Everton as far as he could. They felt that was really weird because they've been backing him, so they thought, well, that's the end of the road, we might as well get rid of you, so they've sacked him. But I can't believe they haven't got somebody in mind to take over because of the dire situation they're in towards the foot of the Premier League. It's almost an afterthought, this game. I still think they'll have too much for the League One side tonight, sadly, but the whole situation is bizarre. I can't remember a couple of hours before a game a manager being sacked, and I can't remember a time where, actually, there have been stories about Sean Dyche, but I can't remember a time where nobody knew until about 3 hours before kick-off of the game. Nobody knew it had happened. So it was. This is an extraordinary turn of events at Goodison today.
Do you think Graham Potter's name's got anything to do with this?
Well, apparently they weren't interested in Graham Potter, which in itself is a little bit weird, but because he's free, they don't have to take him from anywhere. The Moyes story, I think, has got some legs, so it would not surprise me if David Moyes came back here.
Listen, going back to what you were saying before about no one expected to be so close to kick-off, when we spoke to Cricket, he told us that the players didn't even know the news until they turned up for their pre-match meal. Would that affect them tonight, do you think, or not?
In terms of the players, no. I don't think the game plan is going to change too much. There might be the odd word of, play with a bit more freedom, relax a bit. Yeah. That might help the players a little bit. But Sean Dyche was always on the players' side. Every single press conference I saw him do this season, he always, even when he wasn't asked about the players, he turned the answer into, these players have been brilliant. These players have been through everything. They've shown great strength, great courage to come through what they've come through at this football club. He was 100% with the players, and I think that they appreciated that from their manager. I don't think the players had a problem with Sean Dyche, and I think that they will be possibly a little bit gutted that he's gone because he did support them. Now, the stories, I know it's not going to happen, and it's been knocked on the head, but the stories recently that Jose Mourinho was coming in here, the players would not have been happy with that. I think we've had information from the players group they were a bit concerned about that. They want a manager who's on their side in the situation they're in at the foot of the table. Not all of them were convinced that Mourinho would have been. That's not going to happen. He's not going to come in here, I don't think. So I think they'll be a little bit gutted that Sean Dyche has gone because he did support them, but it might help a few of them play with a little less fear.
Do you know what, Aid? I think you could be right. I think some of them will be, but no, it's speaking to one or two of them, because I know one or two of them, I know they almost felt like he played with the handbrake on.
Yeah.
So I think, as you said there, you might see more of a freer Everton. I mean, I think they've got some good players in their squad, so I do think at times they were quite restricted to the tactic, but I do think, as you said there, the fact that he's no longer there, you might see now performance against Peterborough. You've got to start somewhere, right? With a little bit more free-flowing attacking football.
It could kick-start their season without a doubt. I mean, we're right for that. We let in goals. So if they start going forward, they could absolutely run riot tonight. But in players like Ilman Ndiaye, even Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jack Harrison, these are good attacking players.
Yeah.
They're missing Dwight McNeil, but even Doucouré gets forward. They should be playing a little bit more freely, a little bit more attacking. And I think Sean Dyche trusted the system too much and didn't trust the players enough. And I think that now they might just get a little bit of chance. Players, these are good footballers. They're not in the Premier League by accident. These are good footballers. They should be allowed to express themselves and do the things that they can do best. I don't think they were allowed to do that under Dyche.
Just finally, the big story going into this game, of course, was originally all about Ashley Young and his son Tyler coming up against each other. I mean, people have forgotten that, bizarrely, although I think we'll start reminding ourselves of it come kick-off. Do you expect them at any stage to both get time on the pitch together?
I think it depends on the score. My understanding is Tyler Young will be on the bench for Peterborough tonight. Can
I ask? Because he's good enough to be on the bench, or because his dad's playing on the other team?
He's been on the bench this season. He's had first-team action this season. And also, I don't think he would have been on the bench, but we sold a midfielder to Bolton today, a first-team midfielder who's been playing regularly. So I think that has forced the manager's hand to a certain extent that he needed another midfield option on the bench. Hence, Tyler Young is there. I think we're about to embark on transfers in the window and bring players in. But timing is right, and that's why Tyler Young is on the bench tonight. I think it depends on the scoreline. If it's done and dusted and Posh are 4-0 up by about 89 minutes, Ashley Young's on the pitch, then Tyler Young comes on and history's made. But, we'll see. I think it'll be a lovely thing.
4-0 up.
I would love to see that.
What's your problem, Andy?
No, my worry would be that you'd smash your head on the radiator and wake up from that dream.
The dream there is that we keep a clean sheet, because we haven't kept one in the league all season. How bad is that stat, by the way?
Just, it doesn't make a difference if people go 4-0 up. We've seen what happened before.
Hey!
Do you know what? I'm going to sit back now and let you go for bed. Off you go. What would you like to say about Arsenal?
Do you know what the worry there is? That was when we had a good side. Yeah. Crikey. That's the thing, though. We are capable of blitzing a team 4-0. Yeah. We're capable of being hammered 4-0. And you never know which one's going to turn up. It's not been a good season so far. They're in a relegation scrap. They're having a transition period mid-season, which I don't know. It's got to be healthy, bearing in mind how the first half of the season has gone. But it wasn't what was planned this season at all. So they just need to be better. The manager needs to be better. The recruitment definitely needs to be better, and the players need to be better as well. But I don't think that recovery starts here tonight, sadly. But let's just hope they give them a game and at least give it a go and don't get annihilated.
Okay, go on, give me a prediction. Everton against Peterborough, live on talkSPORT for a place in the fourth round of the FA Cup.
Well, I was thinking 4-0 to Peterborough, but I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. So Everton 1, Peterborough 4. I'm going to go for.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
4-1 Peterborough.
Yeah, let him have his moment. No, of course not. It could be worse. He could predict like Arsenal to win a game, or even the league. We got last night wrong, didn't we?
Yes. No, well, actually, I did say 0-0, and it was very close to 0-0.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I was only 9 goals short. I said 7-2 Liverpool.
I really enjoyed the game. I enjoyed both Carabao Cup semi-finals this week. I thought they were terrific, both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to wait a month.
They're both still alive, the ties. I know Newcastle 2 up, but Liverpool score an early goal up there, and you never know what's going to happen. I think they're both alive. So, yeah, fantastic. And now the FA Cup, and what a weekend we got on talkSPORT. Love it.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.